Rio Ferdinand just revealed Mikel Arteta's big secret to current success, and Arsenal get a further boost to sign the £53 million star after fresh update from Bayern Munich. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest news from Arsenal straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Iconic former Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand has now revealed one unusual approach Mikel Arteta is taking at Arsenal. Since the Spanish coach was appointed as Arsenal boss in December 2019, taking his first step into management in the process, he has utterly transformed the club. Upon his arrival at the Emirates Stadium, the Gunners were in disarray. The relationship between the fans and the club had broken down almost entirely. Atmospheres in the ground were flat, if not outright sour at times. The playing squad lacked quality, and the mismanagement of contracts made it difficult for a number of unwanted stars to be moved on. There were difficult times for Arteta in his first couple of seasons in the job. Early transfer missteps, such as the signings of Willian and Pablo Mari, could have had catastrophic consequences for his own position. However, the club remained resolute in their support of the manager, even when others were calling for his head and doubts had crept in amongst the fanbase. Sporting director Edu has since explained why Arsenal stuck by Arteta throughout this period. How Mikel Arteta has transformed Arsenal. Arsenal have been rewarded for their faith in the former club captain. In his time at the helm, Arteta has made the Gunners genuine Premier League title contenders again. They are currently in the heat of a title race with both Manchester City and Liverpool, two clubs who in the recent past looked to be light years ahead of Arsenal. On top of that, Arsenal recently secured their place in the Champions League quarterfinals for the first time in 14 years. The likelihood of continued further progress is strong too. Arteta has built a talented, young squad. The likes of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, William Saliba, and Martin Odegaard, amongst others, are all due to reach their peak years around the same time. Those players are all likely to remain in North London for the foreseeable future, too. Arsenal have been praised for the way they have revolutionized their approach to managing player contracts. Arteta is at the root of all of this positive change, and Rio Ferdinand has now shared an example of what the 42-year-old is willing to do to gain an advantage. Speaking on the Vibe with 5 podcast, the former centre-back said, "I'm on a leadership course, yeah. There's an Australian company that does elite leadership courses for big business owners and business leaders around the world, who are leading huge billion-dollar companies. Mikel Arteta is on this course. So, what I'm saying is this guy is an obsessive-natured person who is always looking for the extra percentage to improve, to get to the next level. He's working in ways that are outside the box." Arsenal told one summer signing is needed to avoid repeat of massive blow v Man City. Journalist Charles Watts has urged Arsenal to take action this summer to address one squad shortcoming that was obvious against Manchester City. Arsenal lacked an attacking outlet against Manchester City on Sunday. Whilst the Gunners produced a magnificent defensive effort at the Etihad Stadium, when opportunities to spring counterattacks did arise, the North London club failed to capitalise. There were moments and half-chances, but a lack of pace in the final third cost Mikel Arteta's side. With Gabriel Martinelli unfit to start due to injury, and Bukayo Saka clearly short of fitness himself on the right flank, Arsenal lacked sharpness in key areas. After the match, Arteta admitted that Saka was fatigued, and in truth, without their usual threat from the wide areas, Arsenal looked rather toothless in attack. Arsenal squad issue exposed v Man City. Leandro Trossard is a skillful player, who has made a positive impact in his time at the Emirates Stadium. However, the 29-year-old lacks the pace to punish opposition teams that have been caught on the break. Equally, Gabriel Jesus' lack of killer instinct in the box was an issue against his former club on Sunday. Seeing this flaw cast in an unforgiving light, Charles Watts has now called on Arteta to address this issue in the upcoming summer transfer window. Speaking on his Inside Arsenal YouTube channel, the reporter said, "I think the lack of pace for Arsenal was really evident yesterday. Martinelli not playing was a massive blow. A massive miss. I think with Martinelli fit and at 100%, I think Arsenal win that game. When you look at that Mudryk-type player, who can just stretch teams, who has got that just searing pace. It's something that is missing in Arsenal, and I think it is something they definitely need to look at come the summer, missing at the moment, and I think it is hurting them a little bit. How Mikel Arteta can address flaw with Arsenal wingers. Arsenal were heavily linked with a move for Mykhailo Mudryk before he ultimately made the move to Chelsea. Whilst the Ukrainian ace has flaws in his game, he is undeniably rapid. Arteta is thought to be a keen admirer of Wolves winger Pedro Neto. The Portuguese star can operate on either flank. Neto is also faster than Saka, as he has registered an astonishing top speed in the Premier League this season. However, Arsenal have been warned off making a move for Neto due to his recurrent injury issues. What is clear, though, is that cover for Saka and Martinelli is required in the form of a player who can replicate their pace and directness. As things stand, without that electric duo fit or firing on all cylinders, as was the case against Manchester City, Arsenal clearly find it difficult to land a killer blow. Arsenal are keen on a summer deal for Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi, and they have now been handed a boost in their pursuit. The Spain international is of interest to Mikel Arteta, who reportedly values the 24-year-old highly, and is seen as a long-term replacement for Jorginho and Thomas Partey. Zubimendi's outstanding performances for Real Sociedad have made him of interest to Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and a £53 million release clause makes him affordable for the Gunners. Fabrizio Romano has now indicated that Arsenal are ahead of Bayern in the race for Zubimendi, given their uncertain managerial situation. It emerged that if Bayern were to hire former midfielder and current Bayer Leverkusen manager Xabi Alonso in the summer, Zubimendi would be his top target to strengthen their midfield. However, with Alonso confirming he would stay at Leverkusen, despite interest from Liverpool as well as Bayern, it now appears that the German giants will wait for their next manager to be confirmed before they decide on a move for the 24-year-old. Understand Martin Zubimendi remains on Arsenal list, and he was on top of Bayern list in case Xabi Alonso was gonna become their new coach, Romano posted on X. Bayern still appreciate Zubimendi as one of the targets, but final decision will be up to next manager. It's all quiet with Barca. All indications point towards Arsenal leading the race for Zubimendi. Both Bayern and Barcelona are changing managers in the summer, and the uncertainty around their coaching staff could delay any move. Arsenal have a strong relationship with Real Sociedad, and Arteta appears heavily keen to return to his old club to sign the midfielder. If Zubimendi is keen on the move, but Arsenal lose out to Bayern or anyone else for his signature from here, it will be something of a disaster. The release clause makes this a fairly straightforward deal which can be completed early in the window before the other interested parties end up hiring new coaches and pursuing him. Zubimendi would be an ideal fit for Arteta's midfield alongside Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard, and would help further raise Arsenal's level as they aim to win major honours next season. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.